Hi, this week we want to talk about a hot topic in the Oman Gulf or Persian Gulf that has happened. That unmanned US vehicle has been downed by a missile that has been launched from ground to air on 20th of June. And we were expecting a retaliation from US military. However, as President Trump indicated, before 10 minutes to operation, he had aborted the mission due to the reason that the military officers had given or briefed him that there is an expectation of 100 to 150 Iranian lives to be lost during the operation. So President Trump indicated that that will be a not proportional responsive action. That's why he had declined. And now this is going to open brand new discussions among the policymakers, not only in US or also Iran, but also global. And we want to also discuss about this, what will happen in the region, what we will expect now, and how this will affect Turkey and Turkey's future. So let's start. As you know, on 20th of June, Iranian army has downed a US drone on Oman Gulf. It was a very technologically advanced drone that has been making or conducting surveillance operations in the region, most likely the Iranian military assets he was looking at. And since it was downed by Iran, everybody was expecting that the US military will launch an operation as a responsive action. But President Trump told that he had aborted mission before 10 minutes due to the reasons that the US generals briefed him that there is an expectation of 100 or 150 Iranian lives if it takes place. President Trump told that it will not be a proportional response to this action, and that's why he had aborted the mission. Now, US intend to allocate or put more sanctions on the Iranian economic activities, and that will for sure affect Turkey and Turkey's economy for sure. But moreover, there will be some discussions not only in Iran but also in US and global. First Iran. Let's look at Iran from the perspective of Iran. Iran sees that there is a new president in the chair in the office. He was talking too much about how he's brave, how he's not going to let anyone down, how he's going to increase the economic activities. Moreover, he's going to be a courageous leader, and he's not going to be afraid of anything else. But US unmanned vehicle has been downed, which costs around 120 millions, and he hasn't responded that accordingly, which was everybody's expectation, including myself too, because it requires a response. Now, he has declined that due to some reasons, which is very human reasons. 150 humans, most likely civil humans, will lose lives. And I appreciated that. But however, the Iranian administration is going to have another idea that he is afraid of taking such actions. And that's why now they have tested him, and he didn't make a clear red lines. After this incident took place, he was mentioning that the people in the tankers were not from US, and the tankers do not belong to the US companies. That's why the US economic interests or the US lives have not been lost. Now, he was trying to make some red lines here, and Iranians most likely understand these red lines as I have indicated. So now the Iranians is going to maybe even consider harming the economic activities in the region by attacking assets other than the US. Might be linked with US somehow indirectly, but not US. So that means that Iranians have been encouraged with his unresponsive action. Now, coming to US, this is going to be the hot topic because 2020 there will be a presidential elections. And it means after the first quarter 2020, it will take place all the election campaigns and other things. So he will be blamed an incompetent president who has not taken a responsive action against Iran because of the downing the US jet. And most likely the Democratic potential candidate is going to tell him that you haven't taken the action, either you should have done this, or you should leave the post because we should take the action against this, because otherwise the Iranian government will be encouraged, and which they have a real good case. But considering from the other aspect, maybe President Trump leave it to the I would say the campaign period, because he's representing the right wing politics, which means that religion and nationalism is very important in the heart of the topics for him, and maybe at that time he would be taking some kind of military operations by some missiles targeting some Iranian assets. However, that will not be timely, and therefore I don't know how it will be justified by the military of US. Therefore, unlikely it will happen. But if it happens, then we will only see that as a protective action by US. But coming to this point, yes, we also believe that unresponsive operation is going to only encourage Iranian. Now, how these things will be shaped now, the US-Iran representative Brian Hook is going to, or is already visiting now, the Gulf states, and I think he needs to consolidate the response to Iran. I think there might be a kind of a military, I will say operation or exercise, not operation but exercise, I would say, which will only show some muscles to Iran. On the other hand side, the Gulf states or the Gulf states might allocate some, I will say, security vehicles in the region in order to accompany all these, I will say, vehicles, oil tankers and others, in order to ensure that the economic activities will not be affected. What about Turkey? Now, Turkey has different issues, it's not only Iran. Most likely President Trump is going to visit Turkey during July, early July, we are expecting. Excuse me. And then we expect that he is going to mention about some embargo and more embargoes and more sanctions against Iran, and he will ask Turkey to follow these suits. On the other hand side, now Turkey has sent two or more, I will say, vessels to East Mediterranean, to Cyprus, in order to explore some, I say, oil and gas reserves. If that will happen, which is already happening, most likely European Union already mentioned that they want to put some sanctions against Turkey, which is going to affect the Turkish economy deeply. But on the hand side, US and EU needs Turkey against Iran. So that's now given taken a very hard choices for all countries, not only Turkey, but also US, EU and Iran. You might say that, okay, what the hell, just put sanctions on Turkey, and if they are going to help Iran about the economic activities, we will just give more penalty to them. It's not that easy. And then it will be the I would say the southern east part of southern east part of NATO will be affected deeply, which is going to have some indications on Russia and the East Europe and to Crimea and all these things. Therefore, I believe that there is now some planning is ongoing about this with not only NATO or European countries, also Iran, Turkey and US. And a very interesting July is ahead of us. I expect many visits between the countries or organized states, unions, like in NATO, EU, Turkey, US, Russia, even maybe China might take place here. And we will see what will happen. But for sure, there is a very interesting July and August ahead of us. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, there is a like button underneath, so if you just press the like button, we will be appreciated. And then also, if you like to get member to our channel, press use subscribe over there underneath this screen, and you will get the latest news from us once we publish one. Thank you for watching, and take care. See you next time. Bye.